A very hearty good afternoon, everyone present here. We are extremely privileged and honored to have amongst us, though he is not present, Honorable Shri Yogendra Upadhyay ji, Minister Higher Education. He is on his way. Will be joining us right now. And I extend a very warm welcome to our honorable guest, Professor Dr. Santi Shri Dhulipudi Pandit, Vice Chancellor JNU, Shri Gopal Krishna Agrawal, National Spokesperson BJP, and Dr. Deepak Gosai, former Director Lok Sabha Secretariat. We are extremely thankful and honored to have our Honorable Founder President, Sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan. Thank you, sir, for being here to bless our event today. We are also very privileged to have VC ma'am. She's not here, but she'll be joining us. Our chairman, sir. We are very thankful to our Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, sir, for his continuous support, motivation, and guidance. We are extremely thankful to other dignitaries on the dais present here. The art of debate has always been a platform for the exchange of ideas, a battleground of words where viewpoints collide and understanding emerges. This year, Verbum Bellum has provided us with an even more significant reason to celebrate as it coincides with India's successful leadership at G20. Our culture of open discourse has not only enriched the academic fiber of our institution, but has also mirrored the democratic spirit of our great nation. Verbum Bellum, our debate competition, embodies the essence of India's vision, a future shaped by thoughtful discussions where diverse voices contribute to shaping policies that will guide our nation towards progress. We are truly honored to contribute our bit in commemorating India's presidency at G20 by hosting our national annual flagship event, Verbum Bellum 3. May this culture continue to flourish and groom our students, the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you.
Mostly our law school 5 years. There are also 3 years program there of PhD scholars. Those who are 5 years law, please raise your hands. I think most of the students must be 5-year law. Great. But there are many others. Which course? You are from law school or from other? 3 years also. And participants. Great. Tell me what from which university they are participants, from which outside. And from outside, you can tell me few institutions, few. From you, I know you have wonderfully leading the JNU, and our people do this study program with you, and they were highly appreciating you. Silvamurthy and Nitinji, all. So just few words from you before the program starts. Your lecture will be coming officially, but few words of wisdom. How you are running such a complex university, which is very, very difficult. So if they put me on the chair, I'll run away. So push one.
It's inspiration from people like you, sir. Thank you. With my respects to Dr. Ashok Chauhan and all the dignitaries on the dais and dear students, I'm so happy to come to Amity because I know that in the India Today rankings, we were the number one in the government universities and you were the number one among the private universities. And I'm extraordinarily happy to come to Amity, especially your founder who has done enormous work because education is not a fashionable sector. It's a sector where you need long-term, commitment and integrity and quality and others. I come very much from the government sector, all of you know. I am the first woman and alumnus vice chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University. And the credit goes to the Honorable Prime Minister and the Minister of Education, because all of you would have thought that it is the left and liberals who are pro-women. But this has come from the present government. So they broke a lot of glass ceilings. As all of you would know that I come from the state of Tamil Nadu. So the myth of Hindu, Hindi, the so-called ideology broke. I'm Tamil, Telugu and Hindu. And also I come from the backward classes. Meaning I'm also the first OBC vice chancellor from the women among the central universities. So this is also the marginalized sector, not only women-led development, but also from the marginalized sector. Wisdom, I would say JNU stands for 7 Ds. That is democracy, development, diversity, dissent, difference, discussion, debate, and deliberation. So we believe in this, and let me tell you, we are very decentralized. We don't have such wonderful infrastructure, but we are about 54-year-old. And let me tell you, we are the only public university or public institution to produce 2 Nobel Prize winners of economics. No other Indian public university has produced. So that is the quality of faculty and students we have. And that is Amartya Sen, you will know, was a faculty. And Abhijit Bhattacharjee was a student of JNU for 10 years, MA, MPhil and PhD. So we are very proud of our faculty, and we also have 3 ministers in the present cabinet. Most of you know the 2 of the most powerful ministers are from JNU, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and Dr. S. Jaishankar, the Minister of External Affairs, and RCP Singh, and also Amitabh Kant, the G20 Sherpa, is a JNU product. So let me tell you that JNU stands for the nation. As much as I've always said, don't judge us by our lunatic fringe. Every university has it. Let me tell you that all the defense officers get their degrees from JNU. Do you know that? NDA, IMA, your naval academies, Air Force academies are all under Jawaharlal Nehru University. And now travel and tourism, sir, and as well as hotel management. Recently, they moved because of the perception change that has come. And hence, we have this. Let me also tell you, in the QS ratings, we have broken the 500 mark. We have gone to 361. And we are top 1 to 50 in 5 subjects: sociology, geography, political science, international relations, and history in world ranking. So JNU has that spirit, and I'm happy to come to Amity because we have lot to learn from you. I thank you once again. Thank you.
I must tell you all what my bad habit. Bad habit is, If I see anybody exceptionally competent anywhere in the country overseas, then I don't have peace of mind till I bring them to MIT. So you are in danger now. My dear student, those are participants. I appreciate them. I tell you, you will make career. You will succeed. You have taken the initiative to come to here. Many times they must have classes will be missed. You cannot go, but you came. So you are a distinguished student or research scholar or faculty members. This shows your thinking that you will definitely achieve everything in life because you are thinking different than others. Generally, people come here from MIT. I have 40,000 students here, but when these 100 people participants, they are really distinguished. So I compliment you. Keep touch with us. Keep touch with us. जो यहाँ आ गया, he is bound to make top career. कोई नहीं बना पाता, सोच नहीं पाता, हिम्मत नहीं कर पाता मेरे पास आएगा. I am self-made. So I know how to reach to the pinnacle of the success. How to be so successful. तो इसलिए ना जो भी पार्टिसिपेंट आया यहाँ के लोगों को तो मैं एड्रेस करूंगा अभी. I was to address today to the new entrants, but I'll address individually, not in online. So you keep touch with us and tell anybody, and I will have a talk with you individually or in groups because I am indebted to you that you were wise enough to come to MIT. It's normal. It's not normal. It is your brilliance. It is your values and sanskars from your parents and grandparents. Amolji, please tell from which session we are coming. Just now from there was a very unique AI session going on. Very unique. So I am able to come rarely, but I went there and then Shivali and they all, Bandopadhyay, I cannot deny their order to come here. I'm here. Amol, what session was there coming?
Yes, the session was on revolutionizing medical imaging through artificial intelligence. So this was a session in collaboration with Indiana University, Purdue University in Indianapolis, and top scientists, top radiologists, and top professors from both universities were there. And there was a great discussion on what the next 10, 15 and further years will look like in medical imaging using cutting edge technology.
Most of you don't know who is he. He is my youngest son, born in Germany in 1991, Amol? 1991. And he studied 14 years, Dr. Pandey, in MIT International School, Saket, 14 years. So in 2009, he said, Papa, I want to study computer engineering in USA. So what is the problem? You apply. And he was selected in top universities, almost all Ivy League. And the last problem was Stanford or Harvard. So, I can study the faces. I can study the body language. So the whole family was sitting. In 10 minutes, they have to press the button. That was the last time. Harvard or Stanford. So I entered. I told Amol, Harvard. And he wanted it, but he didn't have the courage to tell because mother and brothers will say, what, Harvard, go to Stanford. So, people also, when you meet somebody, I will make you the expertise. You know about his culture, about nuances, about his systems. Just by saying, Dr. Mamurthy is getting a research done from Shivani Verma. The DRDO has given a project for 1 crore. The project is to study from the gate, from the coming of a person. Dr. Mamurthy, can you tell in 2 minutes that is a unique thing about what Shivani is doing?
So the artificial intelligence can help, assist, support, take the expert advice, and then ultimately you take the decision. That is artificial intelligence. So in the artificial intelligence, we got a very big project from DRDO that is known as Technology Development Fund Scheme, which is 1 crore. Now it is 10 crores. This project aims at how do you detect a person precisely in a crowd, like a lot of people are there. How do we spot exactly this is the person, whether he is in a mob, in a crowd? So we have the artificial intelligence platform designed from Amity University, which will look into facial recognition first. Even if the facial is occluded, there is only vision, eyes are visible. And then they will look at the skeletal configuration, the body configuration, then the gestures. When a person sits or talks, he makes a gesture. The individual makes gesture. Fourth parameter is gait. When a person walks, each one has a style of walking, gait. Using these four parameters, we will be able to precisely detect a person. So this is the project. It has a lot of military application, security application. Even in the Chandrayaan mission, yesterday, day before yesterday when it's landed, using the AI, computer vision, and the cameras information which is coming up, they take the decision whether it is a rocky area, valley. So this is the power of AI, and Amity is doing. There's a big center of excellence is being created. We are investing 6 crores to develop this computer, the artificial intelligence center of excellence. Please make use of it. Thank you for that.
I repeat, be in touch with us. Be in touch with us because I don't know anything, but I know how to make career of anybody. And I told you I can recognize a person. One day I was having a big conference on psychology, and I told to the all girls and boys of masters, I told one girl came, sir, can I shake hand with you? Now you tell me on mic. I started telling, how do you know? Next, I started telling, how do you know? So 10 times I told something, how do you know? So that way, the knowledge of a human being gives a way to success. Because if somebody wants, come to me when I'm in the office in the next days, shake hand with me, and I'll tell past and future. But don't shy then, I'll say everything true, truthful. ये नहीं कि मैं तारीफ ही करूँगा. Dr. Shukla, give a clap to Dr. Shukla. He is with me 23 years, Dr. Shukla. 23 years?
Said 26 years.
26 years. तो लोग विश्वास नहीं करते इतनी तो तुम्हारी एज भी नहीं है. तो एमिटी में everybody gets 1 year younger. और सिनेमा मूर्ति 40 साल डीओडो में काम करा. और it was 2013 very retired there. मैंने इनका हवन करवाया तो कहते चौहान जी अब मैं अगले 40 साल आपके साथ करूंगा. तो 10 साल तो लगभग 10-15 साल 12 साल तो गुजर गए. तो ऐसा है कि देखो, yesterday was the happiest day of my life because of Chandrayaan's landing. And secondly, I arranged a havan at the campus, and the way my faculty member, researchers, students were praying, मेरे तो आंखों में आंसू आ गए, इमोशनल. इतने ध्यान से इतने प्रेयर कर रहे थे. तो देखिए ना, टेक्नोलॉजी, साइंटिफिक, ह्यूमन, CGPA, SGPA सब ठीक है, पर जो मेरे कैंपस में मेरे लोगों को भगवान पर विश्वास है, सुमित्रा खड़े हो, ठीक कह रहे नहीं, जो मेरे लोगों को भगवान पर विश्वास देखा, with that nobody can stop us being the best university. Sorry, JNU के अलावा the best university in the country and among the best. देखिए ना, आप लोगों का डायरेक्ट बॉन्डिंग है भगवान से. My bond is direct with God. I pray every day for my students, my FTTNs, because if you have blessings of God, what you need more? I have a lot of challenges to come from 0 to that level, employing 6,000 Germans and 2,000 further employees in the East-West unification. I was the biggest investor. I'm not telling you to, let's say one Indian, forget about the name John. One Indian was the biggest investor in the unification of Germany in 1991-92. Because Americans were sitting there, Russians were sitting there, Romanian, South Korea, Africa, all countries were sitting there. And they were having a camp there in the factory to buy it. But I just moved it. I shook hands with the production manager, with the sales manager, with the CEO, with 10, 15 people. I shook hands and I told, I'll beat $10 million. I'll beat. So people were surprised. You have not seen the balance sheet, you have not seen stock, but the human, I told how dedicated were. So next day, they called me to the factory that you have to give a lecture because the new owner should address all workers. So 4,000 workers were standing there. Atul ji, your chancellor, was studying in UK, University College London, LLSE. So मैंने कहा ये मेरा बेटा पढ़ रहा है वहाँ बीटेक में सेकेंड ईयर में, पहले इसी को बोलने दो. तो ही स्पोक एंड ताली बज गई. सर, दे आर आवर न्यू ऑनर्स. चौहान साहब को बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. So that is the values and संस्कार that tell you in your family, your brother, sister, जो भी हो, values संस्कार दो. It is like ब्रह्मास्त्र. शिवमूर्ति कहते हैं like ब्रह्मास्त्र. तो आज हमारे कैंपस में आए हो, जाके हवा में सांस ले रहे हो. I am obliged to you, I appreciate you, because today you have taken a step that you can achieve everything what you aspire. अगर लगता है कि नहीं कर पा रहे, मेरे पास हो. नहीं कर पा रहे, नहीं, मैंने खुद ही करा. I have not read listen the TED lectures, I haven't written the book, but I have done from zero to $6 billion turnover. तो इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि आप इस हवा में सांस ले रहे हो. इस हवा में जो आ गया, that is very infectious, very contagious. तो जितने हवा में सांस ले लिया, he cannot go back with the determination. मुझे तो चौहान साहब जैसा बनना है. मनोज पांडे, just tell me, am I right? Am I wrong? Take the mic. Tell what I'm telling. How far you are experienced with my. He's my director of asset. 6,200 students. 505 students and all branches. Today I was telling to Neeraj Kumar that in the defense technology we should incorporate also machine learning, with AI and cloud computing. क्योंकि आजकल ये बड़े फैशनेबल वर्ड हैं, उसको भी इनकॉर्पोरेट करेंगे हर सब्जेक्ट में. So sometime Shefali, let me know which course they are attending. Are they attending all law courses? Shefali, are they attending Niru? These our participants, are they all from law or the participants from outside? Are they all from law branch, law courses, or
Some from law, some other than law.
great.
Some other than law. It is general debate competition.
Right.
Some other than law. So
Abhay has just ended. He is the elder brother of Amol. Amol studied in Harvard and he studied in Wharton. Why I'm telling it? A little thing in or foreign countries changes your mindset. अगर मैं जर्मनी नहीं गया होता, I would be standing in the office of Dr. Shukla waiting for half an hour. कि मैडम मुझे एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर से प्रोफेसर बना लो. अरे अभी तो 2 साल पूरे होने हैं. Can you see? This would have been my fate if I wouldn't go abroad. So we are the only university that it offers tremendous scope to go abroad. We have 400 universities, MOU and all. So anybody wants to go abroad. Why I'm telling it, it totally changes your mindset. Agrawal ji, आपने सुना होगा सब जो हर ग्रेट पर्सन.
Sure. I'm audible. Namaskar. I'm thankful for the committee for inviting me and all of us on the panelists. So learned people on the dais, and especially Dr. Chauhan, Dr. from JNU, Shanti Shri Pandit ji, and other dignitaries. Ma'am, you said you are from Tamil Nadu. We know from the Prime Minister how much love he has for Tamil language and literature and culture. He has been talking about Tamil culture at many platforms, whether it is the national executive or other platforms. And he has always been saying that the culture, rich cultural heritage that the Tamil Nadu has, it's wonderful. And several initiatives have been taken by the Prime Minister to bring the North-South integration, whether it is Tamil Kashi Sangam or Saurashtra Tamil Sangam. And I am happy, sir. My both daughters have studied. I am the proud father of 2 of my daughters who studied in MIT schools. Friends, ये जो आज का वर्बम, I was asking कि ये वर्बम बेलुम इसका मतलब क्या है? तो उन्होंने कहा war of words. तो you had good debate on war of words. तो मुझे एक शंकराचार्य जी मेरे संपर्क में थे, मेरे फादर से भी काफी क्लोज थे, तो मुझे एक चीज ध्यान आ गई सर, कि उन्होंने कहा था वादे वादे जायते तत्व बोध, थ्रू डिबेट्स एंड डिस्कशंस अलोन यू विल अराइव एट द ट्रूथ। इतनी सारी फेक न्यूज, सोशल मीडिया से इंफॉर्मेशन ओवरलोड, ये सब होता रहता है, तो इट बिकम्स एट टाइम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गेट टू द ट्रूथ, एंड करंट सिचुएशंस इट बिकम्स मोर डिफिकल्ट। तो यह बात बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है कि थ्रू डिबेट डिस्कशंस, इफ यू पार्टिसिपेट इन दिस डिबेट्स, लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन यू गैदर। फिर दूसरी बात उन्होंने एक और कही थी, व्हेन यू आर, he said one more thing that I remembered was that what is the use of details for a person who has knowledge and information. Therefore, in our language, it is only the sutra language. Sutra is important. Minor, small sentences you speak big things. But he also said at the same breath, what is the use of detail for those who cannot understand? So both side you have to be brief in your speeches. मैं और कहता हूं, आपने आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की आपने बात की, ये यंग जनरेशन यहाँ पे है. I want to tell you that at this juncture, when we are celebrating the presidency of G20, I look after the economic affairs from the party. I have seen the way the global perception about India has changed. The way people are looking towards India. And the major contribution for global interest in India is because they feel that in coming 2 or 3 decades, the economic activities globally is going to shift to India. And therefore, at the BRICS summit 2 days back, the Prime Minister said, India's economy will not only grow itself. We are the fastest growing economy, 5th largest economy, going to be 3rd largest economy in the world. But India will become the growth engine for the world economy. That is the status that we are trying to achieve. So, the thing is that we all, as a young generation, you all are at a juncture when there is a tremendous scope, tremendous future, tremendous aspirational aspect for the India, and we have tremendous potentials, etc. And some of the things is that when we talk about career, sir, you have been talking about that, and I know MET with 34,000 people. The Bandyopadhyay ji told me that 34,000 students are there in only this campus, and there are 12 campuses in MET across India. So when we are talking about this growth, etc., or these issues, is that the future, or we should understand what is the vision of the Prime Minister, where in the coming future India's economy is poised, which are the sectors, areas which will propel the growth. I talk to university students and etc. in different places. I just say, align your careers. For the parents also, this is very important that their students get aligned to those areas of education where the future economy or future growth lies. So we have to understand what is the vision of the Prime Minister, which are the areas that will propel the growth for India, where India has a potential to lead the world. That is also very important. That also is an important part. So I would also like to say something. I was on the board of Bank of Baroda. आपने आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की बात की, बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा के बोर्ड में था. That time with IIT campus in Mumbai, we had started one hackathon competition, and we had funded from the Bank of Baroda one of this hackathon research center in IIT Mumbai. Or they were at that time doing one project which came to us, when a person comes to the bank premises, from the face expression, how they will understand what is his intention, what he wants to do. So these kind of things in artificial intelligence, blockchain technologies, new digital payment, all these areas have tremendous potential for the growth for the future of the country, for the growth of future for the India. At present, our macroeconomic parameters are very strong. If you look into the basic macroeconomic parameters, fiscal deficit, inflation, GDP growth rate, we are out of recession. Macroeconomic parameters are very good. Areas where potential for growth for India will come and where the Prime Minister is orienting his economic activity is two areas, knowledge economy and cultural economy. And he says at many platforms that these two areas will propel the growth for India's economy. And these two areas, we should focus our careers. And in the knowledge economy, we know that artificial intelligence is one part, then fintech is there. India is the global leader in 5G technology. Then green hydrogen is lot of investment is coming into green hydrogen, renewable energy. I am on the board of Bharat Petroleum at present. We are doing lot of investment in our own company. More than 1.5 lakh crores investment is coming on this renewable energy and these areas. So these are the areas where in future career orientation will take place. Another area that I think is very important is I am also a chartered accountant. We work on to corporate sectors is in future because bilateral trade, multilateral trade, international trade is is an important area where growth will take place. So ESG, this environmental sustainable growth is one area. Yeah. So yeah. तो मेरा ये कहना है कि these are the areas this knowledge economy and at the same time cultural economy. These are the two areas where future growth will lie. So we should align our career into these areas and public because law students are there. Public policy domain knowledge is also important because policy making etc. are important. So I just in the opening remark I thought some of the points that I will make in my opening remark. Thank you.
Co-chair, and co-chair is here. बाहर गए होंगे अबे जी उनको बोलो कि जो बच्चे यहाँ जाते होंगे ना कैब वगैरह लेके या वो सब चले गए होंगी तो अप टू मेट्रो और देयर होम शेफाली जो बच्चे हमारे यहाँ के हैं हॉस्टल के अलावा तो प्लीज सी दैट दे कंफर्टेबली रीच होम बिकॉज देयर कैब्स मस्ट हैव गॉन ऑल अरेंजमेंट्स and you can invite them on my behalf to the dinner in the cafeteria. So आप लोग आराम से जाना, we'll manage. Everybody vehicle लगा देंगे, मिनी बस लगा देंगे, मेट्रो से छुड़वा देंगे और जो बाहर के लोग हैं वो लोग कैसे जाएंगे शेफाली? Those participants are they staying somewhere? Please, the student volunteers उनके अभी ना on 4th and 5th September we are going a mega H20 event. भूतो न भविष्यति हम लोग इतना बड़ा कर रहे हैं क्योंकि इट इज ए वेरी फॉरवर्ड लुकिंग S20 साइंस का एरिया में है तो आई थिंक इफ एनीबॉडी फ्रॉम आउटसाइड वांट्स टू कम मोस्ट वेलकम द ऑल हॉल्स विल बी फुल एंड ऑल ग्रेट मिनिस्टर्स साइंटिस्ट ब्यूरोक्रेट्स all are coming to that and Dr. Shivamoorthy is working day and night. Dr. Shivamoorthy 1 minute पंडित जी को तमिल में वेलकम कर दो तमिल में वेलकम दो
எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம் நீங்க எல்லாரும் வந்து இந்த கான்ஃபரன்ஸ்க்கு வந்து ரொம்ப எங்களுக்கு பெருமிதம் பண்ணணும். We are organizing a very important event that is under the G20. We have the presidency under our honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and it's a pride for our country that we are having the presidency of the G20. Under that there are 11 verticals of engagement groups. One of them is Science 20. One of the most important one is Science 20. Amity is hosting the Science 20 event during September 4th and 5th. Here in this I2 Moot Court is going to be the place in which we will hold. Dr. Jitendra Singh, the Minister for Science and Technology, and he also holds many portfolios. He is going to be the chief guest. He has already consented So Dr. Jitendra Singh will be the chief guest here. And we will have almost 1,000 delegates coming on this function, 1,000 delegates. 4 verticals we are discussing on the thematic area. One is clean energy for greener future. The second is the universal holistic health. And the third one is science for society and culture. We have also kept 4th one, which is role of media on science and society. So these 4 verticals are very, very important. The eminent scientists, government officials, ministers, and bureaucrats, as well as the diplomats are going to be here with us. And please join us, whomsoever is interested. Registration is free. Dr. Chauhan has, our founder president, has said that we will meet all the expenses. Let's give a big clap to Dr. Ashok Chauhan for this gesture. And so please join at that very important event of S20 during September 4th and 5th. Thank you, founder.
It's been wonderful to be here. It's a privilege to be here to witness a large gathering of young, vibrant, students. As you know that we are a country of youth. We are a country where 50% of the population is below 25 years of age, and 65% of the population below 35 years of age is definitely going to, take us to a vision a goal which our Prime Minister has set, that we are going to be a developed country in the year by 2047. And with that youth, the energy, the vibrancy, the goals of the aspirations of the country that we are going to see, they will be, the realization of the same would be definitely going to be there. India, as you know, that has a belief that we are the earth as one family, one world, one future. And with that perception, with that ethos, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, with a country of diversity, a country which is multilingual, multi-ethnic, multiracial, and a country which has a composite culture, a culture which is a diverse one, a culture which is not homogeneous. It is the heterogeneous elements, ingredients make us a country, a unique country. And we have a long history of the composite culture. We are a long, old civilization. And we are proud of our old civilization, which has sustained us right from the Indus Valley till now. That we had the growth, we had the growth and evolution of our culture. We had the migrants coming from abroad, and they all gelled with us. The Sufi movement, the Bhakti movement, the impact of the foreigners who had come here, ruled over us, and they had synthesized with us the homogenization, and what we are going to witness in the forthcoming days in September, when we are going to have G20 summit in our country. We have around 200 plus meetings conducted, and we have meeting conductors all over the country, and giving India's strength of diversity, which is an asset for us. So each one of us contributing to the growth, evolution of our country, and with the vision of our Prime Minister that will definitely be one day a developed country, and with the programs like Digital India, with the program like Startup, the ecosystem emerging, with the with the Make in India, with the various other schemes of Government of India, the foundation is being laid from where we can build a developed country. We are definitely going to be the country, not only the third very soon, but obviously we'll be in the top two by the time we reach 2047. So with this, I stop here, and seeing a young youth of the promising segment of our society who will take the country to the realization of the vision. They will, each one of us, each one of the countrymen will definitely be a pillar in the growth of our country. And definitely the platform that we have in the form of G20, which is rather a platform for diversity of interest, how they are going to be homogenized, how India is going to present, how well we can utilize the presidency of this G20. That is to be seen, and that is to be seen on from 8 to 10. And with this, I stop here, and nice to be here and to interact with you.
I have great pleasure in introducing another very distinguished scientist of our country, Dr. N.K. Mehra, who is sitting on my left side at the corner, at the extreme. Let's give a big clap to the very distinguished microbiologist who was the dean in All India Institute of Medical Research. Dean Research is a very powerful position in All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. He occupied the position for a decade, and he is well-known microbiologist across the globe. Now, currently, he is the Vice President of Indian National Science Academy. Indian National Science Academy, the highest apex science academy in our country. He is the Vice President dealing with all the international alliances, collaborations, and all affairs related to international affairs. He deals with that. So he is helping Amity in terms of organizing this S20 event. I would, on behalf of Founder President, request him to say a few words.
Thank you very much. I was just coming here by chance, and I didn't know that there's a function like this, but it is always a joy to meet Dr. Ashok Chauhan. I have known him for many years, and I have been greatly influenced by the way he has progressed and created such a great, the chain of institutions around the country and also outside of India. Now, I have worked all my life at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. I retired as the Dean of the Institute, and currently I'm the Vice President International Affairs for the Indian National Science Academy. INSA was given the responsibility of doing the Science 20, one of the engagement groups of G20, and for which we had 5 meetings done, and they were all, of course, organized by the MEA. The venues chosen by the MEA, I'm very happy and relieved that just 2 days ago, we have finished our communique, joint communique, which has been signed by the 20 countries. Now, getting signatures from 20 of them on the words, on the frame that we made was a very difficult task, but I'm glad that it is done now. And the theme of our Science 20 this year was disruptive science, or we now call it a transformative science for sustainable development. And here we had 3 sub-tracks. One, of course, clean energy for greener future, and laying more stress on energies from ocean, hydrogen energy, and other sort of ways, so that we sort of take care of the atmosphere, take care of the climate. The second, which has been very close to my heart, and that is the universal holistic health. Here, the focus is on making sure that the person remains healthy. He doesn't have to come to the hospital. And again, we were talking about the physiological and the physical dimensions of health, the mental health, and the traditional systems of medicine that we have in India. And the third very important issue, we sort of came up for the first time, and the G20 nations were very supportive of that. We thought, why not we talk about connecting science to society? So you're talking about citizen science, connecting science to society, role of science in maintaining heritage and culture, and even law and governance there. So I think these were three sort of sub-tracks that we had and have done very well. And I'm so glad that our joint communique is made.
Please stand, everyone, please.
Is the minister.
When darkness comes, let us not condemn the dark, but light the lamp to illuminate. We at Amity University in Noida commence all our events with the blessings of Ma Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. With the lighting of lamp, we cordially invite the esteemed guests on the dais to come forward and light the lamp. I would request all the dignitaries to come forward and light the lamp.
स्वस्ति नः इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तारक्षो अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नस्तारक्षो अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नः बृहस्पतिर्दधातु स्वस्ति नः बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ तेजोसि तेजोमयि देहि ॐ बलमसि बलमहि देहि बलमहि देहि ॐ सेहोसि सेहोमहि देहि सेहोमहि देहि ॐ सर्वमङ्गल माङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते समुद्रवसने हे देवी पर्वतस्तनमण्डले विष्णुपत्नी नमस्तुभ्यं पादस्पर्शं क्षमस्व मे गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शान्तिः 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 शान्तिः
We are extremely privileged and honored to have amongst us Honorable Shri Yogendra Upadhyay ji, Minister Higher Education, Science and Technology, as our chief guest. We very warmly welcome you, sir. We'd now like to felicitate and honor our dignitaries. I request our founder, sir, to kindly felicitate our Honorable Minister, sir. I now request our VC ma'am and chairman, sir, to kindly felicitate JNU VC ma'am, Shri Professor Dr. Shanti Shri Dhuli Pandit. I now request our chairman, sir, and Justice Rajesh Tandon, sir, to kindly felicitate Deepak Gosai. Now I request our chairman, sir, and Justice Rajesh Tandon, sir, to kindly felicitate Mr. Gopal Agrawal. We are truly blessed to have our founder, sir, here to bless our event. I request our chairman, sir, and Justice Tandon, sir, to kindly honor, felicitate our founder, sir, our beloved founder, sir. I now request our chairman, sir, and Silva Murthy, sir, to kindly felicitate Mr. N.K. Mehra, former Dean AIMS. We are really thankful to Mr. Amol Chauhan and Abhay Chauhan to be here for our event. I request our chairman, sir, and Silva Murthy, sir, to kindly welcome Mr. Abhay Chauhan. We now request our chairman, sir, and Silvamurthy, sir. Next. Together. So it's for Amol Chauhan and Abhay Chauhan, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It brings me an immense sense of pleasure to invite amongst us Professor Dr. Shafali Raizada Ma'am, Additional Director, Joint Head, Amity Law School, Noida, to address the gathering.
Very good afternoon to all. On this very occasion of valedictory ceremony of Verbum Bellum 3.0, a two-day event at Amity Law School, Amity University, with Almighty God's blessings and with all blessings of our founder president, Sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, with all good wishes of our young dynamic chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, with all guidance of Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, and our chairman, Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, I welcome you all. India holds and leads presidency of G20, highlighting the value of all life, that is human, plant, animal, and all flora and fauna. It also emphasizes environmentally sustainable and responsible choices. The objective of this G20 debate competition at Amity Law School is to spread the awareness amongst the youth. Various multiple formats of this debate has been adopted by this checkmate committee for conducting this competition. Amity Law School has set a various benchmarks in the legal field, and we are here to provide that environment to nurture the talent of the students. On this occasion, I take privilege to convey my regards and gratitude to our chief guest of the day, Shri Yogendra Upadhyay, Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Uttar Pradesh. Sir, आपका बहुत-बहुत अभिवादन and बहुत-बहुत सत्कार हमारे Amity University की ओर से. Out of busy schedule, Sir has accepted our invitation and spared time to all of us. Thank you. We are obliged, Sir. Very warm welcome to our very, very distinguished guest, Professor Dr. Santi Shri Pandit Madam, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Jawaharlal Nehru University. Ma'am, you are role model for all of us. Thank you so very much for your gracious presence on this occasion. I convey my warm welcome to our guest of honor, Shri Gopal Krishna Agrawal, economist and national spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing the time and gracing this occasion. Hearty welcome to Dr. Deepak Gosai, former director, Lok Sabha Secretary at Parliament of India. Thank you so much, sir. We are really obliged to have you on this occasion and gracing. I welcome further Dr. N.K. Mehra, former Dean, AIMS, and currently Vice President of INSA and International Affairs. Sir, we are really fortunate to have you today, as Amity University, Amity Law School is welcoming you. Today is the day for all of us as fortunate as our founder president, Sir Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan is with us on the dais for giving blessings to Amity Law School and Amity University. I convey my sincere regards and thanks and gratitude to Sir for coming on this occasion. मैं सर यही बिल्कुल कहना चाहूंगी कि you have given so much of the opportunity. मुझे लगता है कि आमिटी हमारी कर्म भूमि है जहां हमें अपना कर्म करना है और आपने हमको अपॉर्चुनिटी दी. Thank you so very much, sir. I extend very high regards to our Chancellor, Sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan, for setting the goals, for giving the opportunities and give the guidance. I'm also very thankful and convey my regards and welcome to Mr. Abhay Chauhan, sir, and Mr. Amol Chauhan, sir. Such a great occasion for and fortunate. We are seeing you, we are listening you, and you are gracing this occasion. I welcome our dynamic leader, Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, for giving always the guidance, support, and thoughts. Ma'am, we are really very, very obliged to have you here for heading this university and giving the opportunities to move ahead. Very warm welcome to our pillar, navigator of MIT Law School, Professor Dr. D. K. Bandyopadhyay, sir, for all guidance, support, and directions for having these occasions in a very, very gracious manner. I welcome our former Justice Rajesh Tandon, sir, Vice Chairman, Amity Law Foundation, Amity Judicial Academy. Sir, we are really thankful and gratitude paying to you for having you today. I welcome all my faculty colleagues, all the HODs and deans are present here for gracing this occasion. I'm really thankful for them. And thank you all the participants and the students for this debate competition. And thank you once again to all. A big, big thank you. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your impeccable words and for pushing us to give our best in every situation. Now, I would request our additional Vice Chairman of Amity Law Foundation and Judicial Academy, Noida, former Justice, Professor Rajesh Tandon, sir. Sir is a former Justice of Uttarakhand High Court and an eminent member of our Amity family. All yours, sir.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Now on the dais, our founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, who is the foundation of the Amity for the entire universe, wherever Amity is situated. Now, our chief guest of the today, Dr. Upadhyay ji, who is the Minister of Higher Education. On the dais, Sri Abhay Chauhan, Sri Amol Chauhan, and our Vice Chancellor, and the guest of today, that is Dr. Deepak, and Vice Chancellor of the General University, and Mr. Gopal Krishna Agrawal. Now I am thankful for our founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, for arranging this G20 program in the Amity University. I will just point out for the educational point of view for the students who are sitting here, and also I will brought to the notice of our minister that education and invocation is a part of Article 21 of the Constitution of India. The Honorable Supreme Court has already held in various judgments. In Mohini Jain's case, it has been held. State is under a constitutional mandate to provide educational institutions at all levels for the benefit of the citizens. The educational institutions must function to the best advantage of the citizens. Opportunity to acquire education cannot be confined to richer section of the society. I will just say that the Amity University has raised laurels in the family of Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, as the whole family of Dr. Chauhan and all his children are working day and night with clear vision, deep-rooted passion to give to the students best education, not only in the field of law, but in the other form of practical training to the students. The international reports have brought the Amity a prestigious #1 international quality education. Coming to the event of 23rd August, our founder president was kind enough to organize the Havan in the premises of Amity University, and the result of the Havan was a unique one when we have seen at 5:27 p.m. the Indian Space Research Organization has been able to put a milestone. G20, for the students, I am also saying this, G20 is the reflection of the constitutional mandate as contained under Article 51 of the Constitution of India. Those who are students of Constitution must have read it. Article 51 provides the promotion of international peace and security and promote international peace and security, maintain just and honorable relations between nations. Therefore, G20 is the outcome of maintain just and honorable relations between the two nations. And that is why G20 was adopted. Now, our Prime Minister has said that the Vasundham Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one future regarding the G20. And the G20 also contain a platform for the civil society that is in the engagement group. I have seen that group, and in that group, all the functions like judiciary and all that has been mentioned. Now our founder president has therefore formulated a scheme for the G20 also, that he has proposed the group of civil and fully covered under Article 51, that is the law educational policy under the Judicial Academy. Now that Judicial Academy is the proposal of the dream of our founder president, and that is covered under G20 under the civil work, and that will be all these students who are of the law students will go from here after becoming a judge of the civil court. And that pronouncement has been done by our founder president. Let's give a good clapping to our founder president for bringing this. All the law students will go from here to become a judicial officer of the lower court. With these words, I will just say the श्लोक of Gita, मात्र कर्म अपने लिए करना बंधन है, संसार के लिए करना सेवा है, और भगवान के लिए करना पूजा है. धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, sir, for your positive sentiments. As we move forward, it brings me immense pride to welcome multifaceted scholar and academician, Professor Dr. Diggi Bandyopadhyay, sir, the chairman of Amity Law Schools.
We are already late. You must be also looking forward to go back to your home. So, may I have your attention, please? Good afternoon to all of you. I know that you are becoming impatient, but you are a law student. And then, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, G20. So all the students who have come outside Amity, you should show them how modest, how decent, how etiquetted students you are from Amity. Please remember these words. Now, I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais on behalf of our Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Honorable Abhayji, Honorable Amalji, and Silvamurtiji, Raji Mehraji, and on my personal behalf, welcome all the dignitaries on the dais, because already their names have been mentioned. I am cutting short their names, but certainly we are privileged to have them over here. They have spent their time to come over here. Amity Universe, listen carefully, listen very carefully. Amity Universe consisting of 12 universities, 25 campuses across globe. One universities in USA, Tashkent, Dubai, etc. has been created by one man's vision. That is Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, our Honorable Founder President, who is sitting before you, and you are fortunate to have his presence over here. And he's so busy, so busy, so busy. He's every minute, to get him for a minute is a difficult job. But he has come to bless you because he has a special love for law school, special love for this university, what he created. His dream is to make India a superpower country. He strongly believes that it is only possible when we develop world-class professional
through the importance of quality education and conducting cutting-edge research. We are blessed by having our tech-savvy Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, who tirelessly works to actualize and to furtherance the dream of his father. Our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balbinda Shukla, with eyes on details, implements their vision with innovations. After 3 times Vice Chancellor and Acting Director of IIM Lucknow, Dr. Chauhan identified me as Chief Advisor. And it would not be out of place to mention that all these experiences, when I had various interactions with him, I found I have not learned much about the meaning of life. He is a different person with highly forward-looking and all the time thinking about education. He dreams about education, he dreams about research, he dreams about innovation and how to make India as a superpower. I feel I am extremely right to say that what Amity thinks today in the education sector, India thinks tomorrow. That's the thing that I, with my strong belief, I make this statement. What NEP 2020 prescribed, Dr. Chauhan already implemented in 2014-15, multidisciplinarity of education, outcome and mission-based education, communication skill, foreign language skill, communication outreach, community outreach, etc., at Amity. Let us give him a loud hand of applause. A standing ovation from your side. I request all my students to stand and give him a standing ovation. Students, those who came from outside Amity, you must have seen how Amity students have taken care of you. As a part of Amity family, Sir all the time inspire us, telling never become a follower, try to become a leader. This same message go to all of you. He says, do different things, but do it differently. This debate competition also is a manifestation of that. We have not just, made a debate that, title itself, you can see that it's a new title that Verbum, Bellum. It's a new title, new innovations, war of words. And so that itself is innovation. And there, the way we have done it, it's also an innovation. And you must have experienced those who competed, had a competition. So my congratulations to all of you who competed and certainly who won. Now, I can see that, just to cut short my conversation, India at the G20 summit has very evidently expressed its vision by asserting that without peace and security, our next generation will not be able to benefit from economic growth and technological innovation. India is recognized as a world leader now. The promised Indian PM Modi emphasized for an action-oriented and determined presidency will be closely watched, not only by the members of the G20, but also by the international organizations such as UNO, think tanks, diplomats across the world, and more importantly, by the countries of the Indian Ocean regions. India has already taken the lead in some aspects, particularly in technology, with digital public goods and its governance, self-reliance or Atmanirbharata, vaccine diplomacy, and asserting its firmness on various geopolitical issues. Consequently, the stage is set for India to strive itself global peace, rule-based governance, and growth for all this world. It is our responsibility to showcase India before the G20 leaders. And many leaders are coming, have been invited, leaders. 8 countries have been invited other than the G20 countries to present India on September. So let us showcase India as a student of Amity, as a student of other universities, other colleges, that India can do it and India will become a superpower. Now, I must congratulate Neeru Saranji for conceptualizing this debate, and under the very highly able guidance of Dr. Shefali Raizada. And they were meticulously planned this, and they invited all the best of the judges to judge it so that there is no partiality takes place, and we are befitting to the philosophy of Amity as guided by our Honorable Founding President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan. We are thankful to Amalji and Abhayji it was an added advantage for us to have them over here. So let us also give them a hands of applause. Now at the end, my students who volunteered, my faculty colleagues who volunteered, Chinnita, then Priya, Chinnita and Priya, they volunteered. And Niru Saranji, of course, I have mentioned his name. And one lady, Dr. Shefali Rajada, with a strong hand, the OAC handled it. I am observing it for the last 7 days. I cannot stop myself to appreciate them. So thank you very much. My students, thank you. And keep it up, the spirit of Amity Law School, Noida. Keep it up, the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your ever encouraging words. A personality extraordinaire, possessing stupendous experience and an unparalleled vision, aimed towards amelioration of education imparted by our institution. I would like to request Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, ma'am, our Honorable Vice Chancellor of Amity University, to take the stage and enlighten those in attendance.
Luminaries on the dais, Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Yogendra Upadhyay ji, Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Uttar Pradesh, our Honorable Founder President, a great leader, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan ji, who have built this Amity Empire with a great vision, and all the distinguished guests on the dais, my colleagues on the dais, and all the participants, very dear students. I would like to congratulate all the participants who are here, who chose to be the part of this very important Verbum, Bellum 3.0. So I, on behalf of our very respected Founder President and respected Honorable Chancellor, trustees, and all my colleagues from Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, extend very warm welcome to all present here. The vision of our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Bandyopadhyay ji, Rajesh Tandon ji has already shared. He only has the one vision, that how we contribute to nation building and make India superpower. And this was the vision he gave when he just started the Amity Higher Education Institution. And at that time said that India will be the superpower by 2030, and let's work towards that. And while any student joining the portals of Amity will be the success story, and they will not only think for themselves, but they will think for the world, because we strongly believe Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And this year, when we see the G20, the summit and the presidency of India, there also is the same theme, the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, and one future. And we could see that future when the Chandrayaan-3 landed on the moon with the efforts of ISRO scientists and other scientists. And Honorable Founder President have, that day since morning was having the Havan on the campus, where all the students and the faculty members, staff member all came with a lot of excitement and the prayers for success of the Chandrayaan-3. And our many of the scientists and researchers, especially Dr. Silvamurthy, going and giving their expert comments on the various TV channels. And the word congratulating India, and this is just the beginning. And I think as the vision of Honorable Founder President and the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister and so many others who follow them, that the India will be the not only the superpower or the, but will be the wish guru. And I think you as a youth here, sitting in the audience and all the gurus and the great leaders here, and it's a great opportunity for all of you to learn and align with the national priorities, the national goals. One side, how you can make your career, but at the same time, how can you contribute to the vision of India if we, when you see that India to be the wish guru and the superpower and the economical self-reliant, I do not see that kind of the opportunities were in the past, but at this time, the way the world is respecting, I think you people have a lot in your hands to contribute and earn and fulfill your aspirations and goal. And I would like to especially thank the Chief Guest, Sri Yogendra Upadhyay ji. Sir, your government, especially the state government, was the first government in the country who implemented the NEP 2020, and that was the COVID time. And when we used to get from the Monica Gargji and others, every day the guidelines that how to implement the national education policy in UP. And I can see that when the secretaries of the higher education from various states got together and when the UP government's education secretary got the applause that for making the framework and implement. So thank you very much that taking under your leadership those initiatives, and UP became the first state to implement, and all the universities in UP. And it was the vision of Honorable Founder President that we have the multidisciplinary holistic education. I cannot forget the 2012 Honorable Founder President in this very hall, when you asked me and my chancellor that when are you going to implement fully flexible choice-based credit system for all the students, my honorable chancellor and myself both, we committed to you, sir, from the coming academic session, we will implement the fully flexible choice-based credit system. I think that far-sighted vision has made us to what we are today. So thank you very much, Honorable Founder President. You only emphasize that the research has to be an integral part of undergraduate and postgraduate programs. And that also under your vision, we have implemented so many. So when you today, as Bandyopadhyay was saying, when we look at the implementation of any 2020, MIT had already implemented in 2030 and beyond, 13 and beyond. And it's only the leadership matters. And we are fortunate we have such a great leader, a visionary founder president. Thank you very much. And I'm extremely thankful to the Vice Chancellor of JNU. We look up to your university for many things. And the way you have turned around the many things in your university. So thank you very much that we see that great woman leadership at the JNU who is taking the all kind of initiative to bring that kind of cultural research. And I'm extremely thankful to Deepak Gosain ji, Shri Gopal Krishna Agrawal ji, and all the other members who have sitting on the dais. And I would like to congratulate Bandyopadhyay and his entire team of Amity Law School, putting in such a wonderful word of words, the Verbum, Bellum 3.0, and especially to all the teams which have come from the various institutions. Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor always say that once somebody has visited the Amity, becomes the Amitian, and this Amitian is forever Amitians. So therefore, all of you, the teams from the various universities, you are welcome to visit Amity in future also. Whatever guidance or anything you need, we are there to help you and support you, because at the end, we all are going to look for your contribution for the nation building. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining the event and bestowing honor on the gathering. Now, I would like to invite our chief guest, Honorable Shri Yogendra Upadhyay, Sir, Minister of Higher Education, Electronic and Information Technology, Science and Technology, Uttar Pradesh. Sir is a representative of the constituency of Agra and is a member of the Legislative Assembly third time in a row.
मंच पर आसीन फाउंडर प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी श्रद्धेय डॉक्टर अशोक चौहान जी, उनके ही परिजन श्री अभय चौहान जी, श्री अमोल चौहान जी, वीसी डॉक्टर शुक्ला जी, डॉक्टर गोपाल कृष्ण अग्रवाल जी, प्रोफेसर जस्टिस राजेश टंडन जी, डॉक्टर डी.के. बंदोपाध्याय जी, चेयरमैन एमिटी लॉ स्कूल, डॉक्टर शांति श्री वीसी जेएनयू, सम्मानित मंच, उपस्थित यहाँ पर एमिटी के सभी शिक्षकगण जो भी यहाँ पर हैं, छात्र छात्राओं, अन्य महानुभावों, सबसे पहले मैं हृदय की गहराइयों से धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी के प्रशासन को, जिन्होंने मुझे यहाँ आमंत्रित किया। मुझे आने में थोड़ी देर हुई। वैसे तो कल से मैं हूँ ग्रेटर नोएडा क्षेत्र में, लेकिन आज सुबह भी वहां एक कार्यक्रम था और फिर हमारी श्रीमती जी भी आई हुई थी। अचानक वो बाथरूम में फिसल गई तो उनके हाथ में हेयर लाइन क्रैक आ गया, तो डॉक्टरों को भी दिखाना था, कच्चा प्लास्टर भी हुआ। तो ये मजबूरी थी कि मैं आपके समक्ष देर में हाजिर हुआ। कुछ तो मजबूरियां रही होंगी, कोई यूं ही बेवफा नहीं होता। आशा है आप मेरी मजबूरी को माफ करेंगे। मुझे जब आपका यहाँ आने का इन्विटेशन लेटर मिला, वर्बम बेलम मैंने पढ़ा तो क्यूरियोसिटी हुई, ये क्या है। तो देखा इटली का शब्द है, इटालियन भाषा का, और अर्थ है शब्द युद्ध। तो शब्दों के माध्यम से अपने विचारों का आदान प्रदान। हमारे समय जब ऋषि मुनियों के समय शास्त्रार्थ हुआ करते थे, तो मेरे ख्याल वही आशय रहा होगा शास्त्रार्थ करने का। वैसे एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी अपने आप में एक वो नाम है जो क्वालिटी एजुकेशन का पर्यायवाची शब्द बन चुका है। उत्तम कोटि का शिक्षा यदि उत्तर प्रदेश में हम गिनते हैं कहीं पर, तो एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी का नाम उसमें आता है। व्यवहारिक शिक्षा ये भी आप लोग देते हैं। जो मुझे खत मिला था आपकी तरफ से, उसमें ये था कि इसमें लेक्चर्स होंगे, डिबेट्स होंगी, क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशंस होंगे, ग्रुप डिस्कशन होंगे, पैनल डिस्कशन होंगे। तो आने वाले वकीलों को ये सब करना पड़ेगा कोर्ट में। तो लॉ कॉलेज है आपका, वहां पर भी व्यवहारिक ज्ञान दिया जा रहा है। पढ़ाई तो है ही साथ में, और व्यवहारिक ज्ञान जरूरी है। मैं पढ़ता था बीएससी मैथमेटिक्स में, ट्रिग्नोमेट्री हाई स्कूल से पढ़ी, साइन थीटा, कॉस थीटा, सेक थीटा, कोसेक थीटा। मेरे को उस समय भी समझ में नहीं आया क्यों पढ़ाया जाता है हमको, और आज भी समझ में नहीं आया कि हमारे किस काम का था। साइन स्क्वायर थीटा प्लस कॉस स्क्वायर थीटा इज इक्वल टू 1। अब आज उसका क्या उपयोग है मेरे जीवन में, मैं नहीं समझ पाया, क्योंकि व्यवहारिक शिक्षा नहीं। यहाँ लॉ के साथ साथ, पढ़ाने के साथ साथ उसे बच्चों को व्यावहारिक ज्ञान भी दिया जा रहा है, और इसीलिए निखरते हैं यहाँ पर लोग। मुझे पहले एक बार और बुलाया है यहाँ पर श्रद्धेय अशोक जी ने, उस समय मैं आ नहीं पाया था, तो मैं वर्चुअल जुड़ा था यहाँ के छात्रों से, और उस समय कुछ बोला था मैं, आज याद दिलाया अशोक जी ने मुझको, और कहा यहाँ जरूर आप वो बात जरूर बोलिएगा। तो मैंने कहा था कि देखिए, प्रतिभा को तलाशना और फिर तराशना, ये वास्तविक गुरु का काम है, और एमिटी इसको करता है। जिस तरह रास्ते के पत्थर का कोई, पड़े हुए पत्थर का कोई वजूद नहीं होता, यही मैंने उस समय कहा था। जिन्होंने आज मुझे याद दिलाया तो मेरी याद तरोताजा हो गई। खाली कैनवास का कोई अर्थ नहीं होता, लेकिन किसी संतराश की बरसों की साधना जब छेनी हथौड़े के रूप में उस पत्थर पर चलती है, तो एक मूर्ति बनती है, या तो मंदिर में पूजी जाती है, या किसी ड्राइंग रूम की शोभा बनती है। ऐसे खाली कैनवास पर जब चित्रकार की तूलिका चलती है रंगों के साथ, चित्र बनता है, कहीं की शोभा बनता है। ऐसे यहाँ के छात्र खाली कैनवास और एक पत्थर की भांति हैं, जिनको आप तराशते हैं और समाज के लिए मूर्ति बनाते हैं। यह है एमिटी। एक बहुत बड़ा काम कर रहे हैं, आने वाली नस्लों के लिए कर रहे हैं। अभी शायद बंदोपाध्याय जी कुछ बताए थे कि ये करेंगे तो सेवा, ये करेंगे तो पूजा, ऐसा कुछ आप ही बोले थे, आप बोले थे, आप बोले। आने वाली नस्लों को यदि शिक्षित करेंगे तो वो तो भगवत पूजा से ही बहुत ऊपर है। हम आने वाली नस्लों को शिक्षित कर रहे हैं यहाँ बैठकर आप सब लोग, और शिक्षित नहीं दीक्षित भी कर रहे हैं। शिक्षा तो बहुत लोग देते हैं, शिक्षक बहुत होते हैं, गुरु कम होते हैं। यहाँ मैं देख रहा हूं इस कार्यक्रम के माध्यम से शिक्षित के साथ दीक्षित भी किया जा रहा है, दीक्षा भी दी जा रही है, और यही सही मार्ग देने की आने वाली पीढ़ी को वो है। हम लोग G20 की बात कर रहे थे अभी। वसुधैव कुटुंबकम हमारे पुराना आदर्श वाक्य है, और गौरव है G20 का हमारे देश को अध्यक्षता करने का मौका मिला है। प्रिसाइड हमारे नेता मोदी करते हैं, और 65% आबादी इस G20 देशों की है, और 70% इकोनॉमी G20 देशों पर है। हमें गर्व है कि हमारा नेता उसकी प्रिसाइड करता है। ये बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है हमारे देश की। देश बदल रहा है, और G20 का जो आधार है वो हमारी संस्कृति में पहले से वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, जो आत्मा है वही परमात्मा है, जो मुझ में है वो तुझ में है, जो पिंड में है वो ब्रह्मांड में है, यत पिंडे तत् ब्रह्मांडे, ये हमारी फिलॉसफी रही है। तो G20 की विचारधारा का जनक तो हमारी संस्कृति, हमारी फलसफा रहा है, हमारा दर्शन रहा है। और आज जब वो दर्शन विश्व ने स्वीकार किया है और हमें उसकी अध्यक्षता करने का हमारे देश को गौरव मिल रहा है, तो एक बड़ी बात है। चंद्रमा तक पहुंच गए हम, चांद भी हमारा हो गया। मोदी जी ने कहा था अब चंदा मामा दूर के नहीं, चंदा मामा टूर के कहा जाएगा। तो ये हमारी उपलब्धि है। आर्थिक दृष्टि से हम लोगों ने उस ब्रिटेन को पछाड़ा है जिसने कभी हम पे हुकूमत की थी। हम तीसरे नंबर पे आ गए। अभी कुछ दिनों पहले मैं एक वायरल देख रहा था, वीडियो आया था, तो उसमें एक व्यक्ति शक्ल से और पहनावे से भी गरीब लग रहा था और बता रहा था मेरी 500 रुपए पर डे की इनकम है। बोला लेकिन मुझे गर्व है अपने नेता पर कि उसने मेरे देश को अमीर बनाया है। ये है भारत, ये है राष्ट्रभक्ति जो मोदी जी ने आज दी है सबको। सबके अंदर अगर राष्ट्रभक्ति का ज्वार पैदा किया है तो मेरे नेता मोदी ने किया। आप सब महसूस करते होंगे इस बात को। हम जब आपकी तरह स्टूडेंट थे या जो बैठे हैं, तब एक वैसी विचार चलता था कि क्या कारण है कि हिंदुस्तान को आजाद हुए इतने दिन हो गए लेकिन हम उस तरक्की पे नहीं, और जापान भी हमारे साथ ही हिरोशिमा नागासाकी की त्रासदी को झेल चुका था, फिर खड़ा हुआ और एक शक्ति बना, आर्थिक शक्ति बना। और उस चर्चा में यह आता था क्योंकि हमारे अंदर राष्ट्रभक्ति का भाव है और जापानीज में राष्ट्रभक्ति का प्रभाव है। अब वो बदला है हिंदुस्तान का माहौल। जब गली गली तिरंगा निकल 14, 13, 14, 15, 16 अगस्त को बच्चे निकलते हैं, जनता निकलती है, आम जनता के अंदर अगर राष्ट्र भाव पैदा किया है तो मेरे नेता मोदी ने किया है। आज आदमी को लगता है ये जो हम कर रहे हैं वो देश के लिए कर रहे हैं। ये बहुत बड़ी सेवा है देश की जो एमिटी कर रही है। शिक्षित करना, शिक्षा देना, ये बहुत बड़ी सेवा है। तो राष्ट्रभक्ति वह नहीं है कि मोर्चे पे व्यक्ति लड़ रहा है वही राष्ट्रभक्त है। नमन है उनको, वंदन है हमको उनको, क्योंकि आज अगर हम जिंदा है तो उनकी रात काली कर रहे हैं इसलिए है, आसपास से गोलियां उनके निकल रही हैं इसलिए है। लेकिन राष्ट्रभक्ति वह भी है जो आप लोग कर रहे हैं, इस देश को आधुनिक शिक्षा देना, आम व्यक्ति को उत्तम शिक्षा देना। तो राष्ट्रभक्ति की यदि 2 लाइन में परिभाषा कोई पूछना चाहे तो मैं ये कहूंगा आप सब जो बैठे हैं यहाँ पर, बच्चों से भी शिक्षकों से भी, कि जो जिम्मेदारी समाज से हमने ली है, यह समाज ने हमको दी है, हम उसका ईमानदारी से समर्पित भाव से काम करें उस पर। यही असली राष्ट्रभक्ति है, यही सच्ची राष्ट्रभक्ति है। चंद्रयान ये पहुंचा, राष्ट्रभक्ति है। एक बार विफल हुए, वो सीन भी आप लोगों ने टीवी पर देखा होगा जब चंद्रयान विफल हुआ था और रो रहे थे वैज्ञानिक। कोई उनकी गांठ से गया था कुछ, लेकिन जिस शिखर पर राष्ट्र को ले जाना चाहते थे वहां असफल हुए, इसलिए उनके अश्रुधार बह उठी थी और नेता मोदी ने उनको गले लगाया था, कहा था ट्राई अगेन। हमारे नेता के पास विजन है, उनके पास मिशन है, हम चांद पर पहुंच गए। तो ये हमको ध्यान में रखना होगा कि हम जो कुछ करें वो देश के लिए करें। आपका ये कार्यक्रम सफल हो, इस मंथन से अमृत निकले। आप अध्ययन कर रहे हैं, चिंतन कर रहे हैं, मनन कर रहे हैं, आज मंथन भी हो रहा है। तो अध्ययन से, चिंतन से, मनन से और उसके बाद मंथन से जो अमृत निकलेगा उसका समाज में वितरण करें, यही अनुरोध कर रहा हूं। धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर, आपकी उपस्थिति हमारे लिए अमूल्य है। It's not time to invite our distinguished guests of the day, Honorable Professor Dr. Shantri Shri Dhulipudi Pandit Ma'am. Ma'am is Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University. She is the first women and alumnus Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University. She completed her postdoctorate in Peace and Conflict Studies from Uppsala University, Sweden. Can we have a great round of applause, everyone?
सबको मेरा नमस्कार. Respected Minister of Education, Science and Technology, Government of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Yogendra Upadhyay ji, respected Founder, Chancellor, Shri Ashok K. Chauhan ji, and his family, his sons Abhay and Amol. I hope I have Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balvinder Shukla, and all other dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, and dear students. I'm not going to give you a very long lecture. Let me promise you that. But let me congratulate Amity University for having this excellent debate competition and getting young people like you to participate in it. I like the name Checkmate because just now Prajnananda is the runner-up of the World Chess Championship. A great pride for India. So I think it is a wonderful name. And also, sir, this is also the vision. We never expected to win it. Maybe it was also a coincidence. So I congratulate Amity Law School and also celebrating of the Chandrayaan. It heralds the bridge between science and spirituality in India. And I think this also in a budget lower than a Bollywood film called Adi Purush, which flopped. So I think we can tell the Western countries how to do science and research very economically. And I'm very happy to be here today. I would only say that, sir, Amity University and JNU, which is number one in private, you and we in the government sector, I think we should have a partnership of a public-private partnership, where I think we should work together to advance the knowledge society of what our Honorable Prime Minister, who made a paradigm shift in 2014. Young students here, let me tell you, I as a intellectual academic, I'm honestly telling you, you are in a transformatory phase. You're very lucky to be today in a era of transformation, where there are several transformations taking place, and one also in Amity. I congratulate the visionary founder president. Sir, you're part of this Vishwaguru tradition. And once again, I also congratulate the Minister of Higher Education of Uttar Pradesh, sir. Your administration also has made a paradigm shift with the Modi and the Yogi vision. People from like us from South today look up to Uttar Pradesh. Earlier, Uttar Pradesh was a warning. Today, Uttar Pradesh is an example for development, education, innovation. And I thank you and your Honorable Chief Minister for this, sir. And finally, I would only tell you all that the G20 accounts for 2/3 of the global population, 75% of global trade, and 85% of the world GDP. And the presidency has come to a country like India, whom the present Prime Minister has made it into a civilization state. We are not a nation state. A civilization state with the oldest roots of democracy. from both the Anubhava Mandapa and the Uttaramerur inscription. Do all of you know we have historical roots that is older than the Magna Carta? All of you will quote Magna Carta, which is a feudal document of the British for saying origins. But 800 years and 1,000 years before, we have inscriptions that prove that India had democratic practices. So once again, in the words of the Honorable Prime Minister, I would say that India's G20 presidency will work to promote this universal sense of oneness. We are the only ones who talk about Ekam Sat Vipraha Bahuda Vadanti, meaning celebrate diversity. Once again, I thank the founder, Chancellor, saying that, sir, you have taken India in the true Upanishadic way of Asato Ma Satgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityor Ma Amrutam Gamaya. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to invite our guest of honor, Shri Gopal Krishna Agarwal, sir. Sir is an economist. He is a fellow member of the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. Sir is also the national spokesperson of Bharatiya Janata Party for Economic Affairs. Please enlighten the audience with your words, sir.
Thank you. Sir, it has been a long evening और मैं तो बहुत अपने आप को सौभाग्यशाली मानता हूं कि यहाँ पर आप सब लोगों के बीच में स्टूडेंट्स के साथ G20 के ऊपर कुछ बातें कहने का मेरे को सौभाग्य प्राप्त हो रहा है। एक दो बातें मैं जरूर शुरू में कहना चाहता हूं कि एमईटी अशोक चौहान साहब यहाँ पे हैं। देखिए, इंस्टीट्यूशन बनाना अपने आप में बड़ा मुश्किल है और इतना बड़ा इंस्टीट्यूशन बनाना अपने आप में देश की तरक्की और उसके उन्नति के लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। मैं आपका बहुत अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूँ। कहते हैं ना, जो कंट्री इज नोन बाय द इंस्टीट्यूशन इट हैज, और मेरा तो सौभाग्य है कि क्योंकि मैं राजनीतिक रूप से और सामाजिक रूप से नोएडा में ही कई वर्षों से काम कर रहा हूं, तो मैं देखता हूं कि वी ऑलवेज टेक एमिटीज नेम अक्रॉस द कंट्री with pride that it is our institution. It belongs to Gautam Budh Nagar, Noida. It started here, and it is all our family's institution. Thank you, sir. एक सर हमारे आज के मुख्य अतिथि उपाध्याय योगेंद्र उपाध्याय जी, जिस तरह से मैम ने बताया, मैं अभी पीछे कर्नाटक के इलेक्शन में वहां गया था, कर्नाटक में वित्त मंत्री जी के साथ, तो वहां पे चर्चा हो रही थी। उन्होंने बुलाया था कि इकोनॉमी के लिए स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम का एक प्रोग्राम किया था, एंड द एफएम वाज टू स्पीक एंड आई हैड टू इंटरेक्ट विथ हर ऑन व्हाट द एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ इंडियन इकोनॉमी आर। तो उसके पहले क्या हुआ, वहां पे उन्होंने कहा कि वी हैव ए प्रेजेंटेशन। तो मैंने कहा क्या प्रेजेंटेशन है, तो उन्होंने कहा उत्तर प्रदेश मॉडल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट। कर्नाटक में they were talking of उत्तर प्रदेश मॉडल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट इन लास्ट ईयर। तो ये हमारे लिए, उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए सर, आपके एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन योगी जी का बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हम सबके लिए एक मार्गदर्शन है। उसके लिए भी मैं आपका अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूँ। जेएनयू की वो है वाइस चांसलर जी, उनका भी अभिनंदन। बंदोपाध्याय जी यहाँ पे और अन्य सारे यहाँ पे मंच पे आसीन साथियों। बच्चों, मैं दो तीन बात कुछ मैंने पहले बोली थी, एक छोटी बातें जरूर मैं आपके सामने कहता हूं। आज का जो प्रोग्राम है G20 के ऊपर, एंड वी नो एज जो शांति श्री जी ने बताया कि G20 इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट फॉर इंडिया, एंड उपाध्याय जी ने, योगेंद्र उपाध्याय जी ने बताया, इट्स एन इम्पॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट बट इट इज मोर अबाउट बिजनेस। आज जयपुर में जिस तरह हो रहा है, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ G20 इनिशिएटिव are related to business. It is global leader in trade, investment, and it is GDP, population. Majority of economic activities are within this G20 countries. जयपुर में अभी B20 हो रहा है, इसके साथ ऑफशूट से
और जब प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इस G20 की प्रेसिडेंटशिप ली थी, तो उन्होंने एक विजन भी रखा था कि व्हाट इज आवर विजन फॉर G20, एंड ही सेड दैट, मैंने एक तो नॉलेज इकोनॉमी में ग्रोथ के लिए बताया था, दूसरा उन्होंने बहुत बड़ा एस्पेक्ट उन्होंने कहा था कि इंडिया हैज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग पोटेंशियल ऑफ आर्ट, कल्चर, म्यूजिक, ट्रेडिशन, फेस्टिवल, आर्किटेक्चर। ये जो भारत के अंदर जो सांस्कृतिक जो राष्ट्र है, जो उसका कंटेंट है, वो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। और G20 अपॉर्चुनिटी देता है टू द ग्लोबल वर्ल्ड, वी कैन शोकेस आवर कल्चर एंड दैट विल प्रोपेल द ग्रोथ ऑफ द कंट्री। तो उन्होंने पूरे साल में जैसे 56 जगहों पे G20 के जो प्रोग्राम किए, उसमें यही फोकस किया था कि एट दैट व्हेन वी विल हैव अराउंड 1 lakh foreign people who are influencer in their countries, we will showcase our cultural content with art, music, dance, festival, architecture, etc. और they will become the cultural ambassador for the country. So ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण विजन के साथ प्रधानमंत्री ने G20 का काम किया था। तो उसके लिए एक बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी हमारे साथ है, और इट विल, आई थिंक इट विल propel our growth in the economy further. दूसरी बात मैं एक और कहना चाहता हूं कि जब ये P20 या G20 ये बिजनेस के बारे में है, तो मैं गवर्नमेंट में काफी काम करते, पॉलिसी मेकिंग में, नीति निर्धारण में, विद मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस, क्योंकि मैं आर्थिक विषय देखता हूं। व्हाट वी सी, यहाँ पे लॉ स्टूडेंट्स हैं, पब्लिक पॉलिसी डोमेन में भारत में जो नॉलेज है या कंटेंट है वो बहुत कम है। अगर बायलैटरल ट्रेड में, कल भी जब पीयूष गोयल जी ने, प्रधानमंत्री ने B20 में कहा, तो MSME के बात में किया, बायलैटरल ट्रेड के बारे में बात की, ग्लोबल एंड रीजनल सप्लाई चेन के बारे में बात की, FTA हम साइन कर रहे हैं यूरोपियन कंट्रीज, गल्फ कंट्रीज, अमेरिका वगैरह कंट्रीज के साथ। तो इसमें जब व्हेनेवर वी सी दैट पब्लिक पॉलिसी डोमेन में जो हमारे यहाँ पे कंटेंट काफी कम है, तो यह अपने आप में लॉ स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि वी शुड डेवलप और कैपेबिलिटीज ऑन पब्लिक पॉलिसी डोमेन। तो मुझे लगता है कि यह दो एस्पेक्ट में आप सबके सामने और बोलना चाहता था कि आने वाले समय में वी आर एट दिस जंक्चर व्हेन इंडियाज इकोनॉमी इज गोइंग टू लीड द ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी, और हम सबको इस अमृत काल में, यह जो 25 साल है, जब 2047 में 100 साल भारत की स्वतंत्रता को पूरे होंगे और हम विश्व की ग्लोबल लीडरशिप के स्थान पे भारत को देखना चाहते हैं, तो इस अमृत काल में यह इम्पोर्टेंट है कि हम इन चीजों को समझ के अपने कैरियर को ओरिएंट करें। जैसे पहले मैंने नॉलेज इकोनॉमी बताया था, कुछ एस्पेक्ट्स यहाँ पे कर भी रहे हैं, लेकिन ये दो और एस्पेक्ट्स को हम देखेंगे तो मुझे लगता है कि बहुत महत्वपूर्ण तरीके से हम अपने भी उन्नति कर सकते हैं, परिवार की भी उन्नति कर सकते हैं, देश की भी उन्नति कर सकते हैं, और विश्व के ग्लोबल लीडरशिप में वसुधैव कुटुंबकम का अपना उद्देश्य भी पूरा कर सकते हैं। मैं पुनः आयोजकों का बहुत आभारी हूँ, धन्यवाद करता हूँ कि वो उन लोगों ने यह मौका दिया, और इतने पेशेंटली इतने सारे स्टूडेंट्स इस बात को सामूहिकता से सुन रहे कर रहे हैं। और जब प्रधानमंत्री कहते हैं ना कि संकल्प में बहुत बड़ी ताकत होती है, और जब सामूहिक संकल्प लेते हैं तो उसकी शक्ति कई गुना बढ़ जाती है। तो यह सामूहिक संकल्प बार बार प्रधानमंत्री जी कहते हैं कि हम सब लोग सामूहिक संकल्प के साथ लें कि हम देश के अस्तित्व को, देश के गौरवशाली इतिहास को, इन सब चीजों को प्रिजर्व करते हुए कैसे आगे बढ़ाएं। और इस चीज को अगर हम रखेंगे तो मुझे लगता है कि हम लोगों का जो लक्ष्य, प्रधानमंत्री का जो विजन है, योगी जी का विजन है, उसको हम पूरा कर पाएंगे। धन्यवाद। मेरे साथ लास्ट में दोनों हाथ उठा के नारा जरूर बोलेंगे। मैं बोलूंगा भारत माता की जय, आप सब दोनों हाथ उठा के जरूर बोलना, भारत माता की, भारत माता की, वंदे वंदे। धन्यवाद।
Thank you for the uplifting words, sir. Audience, please maintain the decorum. Please remain silent and seated. Moving forward, it gives me an immense pride and honor to invite Dr. Deepak Gosai, sir, on the dais, former Director, Lok Sabha Secretariat, Parliament of India.
Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Uttar Pradesh, Shri Yogendra Upadhyay ji, Honorable Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Founder President, RBFEF, and Honorable Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Dr. Balwinder Shukla, and Honorable Professor Dr. Santi Shri Dhulipudi Pandit. It's been really a matter of immense pleasure to be here in this valedictory function on the University Connect related to the G20. As it has been, we see that this amity, the institution building that Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan is engaged in, he is not only an institution builder, but he is a nation builder as well. By building institutions, by generating educated human resource, which is an asset for the development of the country. He has not only, built up the institutions, but has contributed in the process of nation building. And for this, he needs to be, appreciated, and the contribution that he has been making, and his family in the process of nation building, it is really tremendous. As you know that today is the time when multilateralism has become the norm of the international relations. Though multilateralism has been there right after, if you can see that after Cold War, after the end of Second World War, what we see the emergence of multilateralism. But that multilateralism had grown in the backyard of Cold War. Now that Cold War has come to an end, we are in the era of multilateralism, where the paradigm shift has been observed, where one earth, one family, one future has become the norm of all the bilateral and multilateral relationship in the world. The present era is not the era of war, as very rightly, stated by our Honorable Prime Minister in the previous summit of G20 in Indonesia, in Bali. It was very clearly, the message was clearly sent across the world that no issues can be resolved through war. Now is the time for Verbum, Bellum type. We can have the war of words. The war of words means diplomacy and dialogue. Diplomacy and dialogue is the only way to bring peace in the world. War cannot be the instrument to resolve the issues. And even in the BRIC, summit recently, or rather it was, in South Africa, it concluded. And while virtually connecting with the members of BRIC summit, the Russian, president has, given his, rather he has expressed his view that he is ready to end the war. But the world has to understand, because the war can be put to an end, but there are many vested interests involved in that. So not going much deep into the impact of Ukraine, war, we can say that ever since the sacrifice of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in the year 1945, thereafter the entire world has changed. there might have been occurrence of violence between the countries, among the countries at the local level. But at the global level, we didn't find the outbreak of violence by the top 5 countries with each other. They never fought with each other. They had seen the small countries fighting. They might have, instigated the war between the countries at the regional level, but there was never a war between Soviet Union or the USA. There was no war between UK and or any other big 5. One of the members of the big 5 is the member of Security Council. They never have fought with each other. So the presidency of the G20 has given an opportunity to India. India has always been on the forefront of, or the harbinger of, peace, global peace, whether in the form of the leader of non-aligned movement during the Cold War era, whether in the present scenario where the multipolar world is in existence. India has been always on the forefront of giving peace a chance everywhere. So at G20 in New Delhi in the month of September, the vision of Prime Minister will be in reflection in the form of that the greatest challenges can be resolved not by fighting with each other, but with acting together. That is by collaboration, by consultation, by being decisive in the matters of the interest pertaining to the global humanity. Technology can also be a way, an instrument to resolve the issues on a global wide scale. The digital public goods that we have created has been very well received, has been very well perceived by the world, delivering revolutionary progress. And that is going to be right reflected in the G20 summit. The Indian experience can provide the insight for the resolution of various problems that we are confronted with. We have had the speakers talking about the UP model, the Gujarat model, as China has recently stated, to our neighbor on the west side, that they should follow India. They should follow Indian model of development. So Indian model of development is going to be showcased in the G20 summit. Digital India, startup ecosystem, the Make in India, which is reflected in the defense productions. We are producing LCAs. We are producing our own indigenous requirement of ammunitions. The culmination of our Make in India is an example of Chandrayaan-3 touching with a soft touch down at the south pole of moon. That showcases the Indian model of development. I was going through, today that the British media is highlighting that India is a poor country, lacking infrastructure, why they are spending so much of money on moon missions. And now, since they are getting so much of aid from various developed countries, why they are going for this kind of luxurious indulgence? So I think the countries like Britain, they are not happy with India emerging as one of the 3 countries to have a moon mission successful at the South Pole, and first country to reach that. So we have to, go a long way, and the vision of our Prime Minister, the visionary leadership of our country, generating the nationalism in our country, a country which does not have nationalism, does not have a national spirit, cannot progress. So nationalism is the basis on which the development of the country can be built. We are first Indian. We have to think in terms of our own interests, our national interest. We have to be more, forthcoming. We should be, more united in the cause of the nation's welfare. So G20 is an opportunity, a platform, a multilateral platform, where India has, an opportunity to showcase our model of development. And with the climate issue, with the lifestyle for environment-friendly behavior being the norm, and with the climate as one of the major threats through the global, existence. So with this, I would say that this platform is going to be a platform for Indian values, Indian development model, to showcase to the world that India has the potential to be the leader in the years to come. So that tomorrow belongs to us, and tomorrow belongs to the youth of our country. And through the founder president, who is the institutional builder, and through him, the nation building process, which will be taken care of by the students coming out of the institutions from here. With this word, I stop here. I thanks everyone, all eminent personality on the dais, and wish everyone all the best. Thank you.
Thank you for your enlightening words, sir. As we move forward, we are blessed to have amongst us Honorable Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, sir, Founder President, Amity University, with an illustrious career spanning decades in the realm of academia, brings a wealth of experience, unwavering commitment, and a profound passion for education to our institution. His leadership has been.
Now, you are going to listen to the man who I explained. So just each word is so important. Listen very carefully. Silently, carefully.
अरे बारी मेरी तो बात हो गई. मैं 2-3 मिनट पहले बोल चुका हूँ. आप लोगों को मोटिवेशन चाहिए, मुझे भी मोटिवेशन चाहिए होता है. मंत्री जी, उपाध्याय जी इतने बिजी हैं, 1000 से ऊपर स्कूल कॉलेजेस होंगे, यूनिवर्सिटीज होंगी यूपी में, पर ये हमारे यहाँ आते हैं. पहले भी आए थे. मैंने स्पीच सुनी थी. मैं इस हॉल में उसको 25-30 बार कर चुका हूँ. 12 मिनट की स्पीच थी. तो ये मेरे लिए मोटिवेशन है. जो आपको इतना प्यार दे, इतनी रिकॉग्निशन दे, तो यही मेरा नहीं आपके लिए प्यार है. दूसरा ये, मेरे लोग बहुत होशियार हैं. तो शुक्ला, बंदोपाध्याय मेरी तारीफ करते हैं. वो मैं सब पास ऑन करता हूँ आप लोगों में. मेरी तारीफ जो भी होती है सब आप पे पास कर देता हूँ मैं, क्योंकि मेरी तारीफ आप लोगों की वजह से. एक छोटी सी घटना सुनाऊंगा. एक अमेरिका का बिलियनर मल्टी बिलियनर, घर पे उसको मैंने डिनर रखा था. तो मैंने कहा मैं इंडिया को सुपर पावर बनाऊंगा. तो मेरी तरफ ऐसे पेनिट्रेटिंग निगाह से देखता है कि कोई भी पिघल जाएगा. तो मैं फील नहीं होता. मुझे कोई कहता ना आप तो क्या कोई भी वर्ड कह दे, आप तो बेवकूफ हो. मैं बिल्कुल ठीक कहा आपने. तो वही शर्म आता है. तो मैंने कहा, तो फिर मैंने देखा तो वो बोल नहीं रहा था, पर ऐसा देख रहा था कि मैं क्या पागलपन की बात कर रहा हूँ. तो मैं उसको यहाँ एक दिन हॉल में ले आया, इसी हॉल में ले आया, ऐसे ही कॉन्फ्रेंस में. तो आप लोगों मेरे स्टूडेंट को देख के कहता है, चौहान साहब सॉरी, आप बना दोगे. अगर आपके स्टूडेंट ऐसे हैं, रियल घटना है, आप बना दोगे. तो मैंने अभी आपसे कहा कि आप लोग जो यहाँ बैठे हो, ये चेयर हमारी वाइस चांसलर कहेगी CGPA, SGPA सब भूल जाओ, आप पास होते रहो. कोई साल खराब कर मेरा पढ़ जाओ, फिर मेरे पास आओ, जो चाहोगे. अरे कोई जरूरी है कोई CGPA 9.5 हो या 8.7 हो. आपको मैं एक वर्ड का फॉर्मूला दूंगा, एक वर्ड, कभी नहीं भूल सकते. सब कुछ भूल जाओगे, लेक्चर भूल जाओगे, एक वर्ड है वो भाग, एक वर्ड। वो सवेरे देखोगे भाग रहे हो अटेंडेंस कम ना हो जाए, एयरपोर्ट पे झाग रहे हो काउंटर बंद ना हो जाए, रेलवे स्टेशन पे गार्ड जो है वो ग्रीन लाइट देते भागते हो, तो दुनिया भर में भागते हुए देखोगे, रेड लाइट हो गई भाग रहे हो। तो भाग भूलना भी चाहोगे तो नहीं भूलोगे। क्या मतलब हुआ? पी से बिहेवियरल साइंस, पी से बिहेवियरल साइंस। अभी देखो ना, मंत्री जी की छोटी सी बात है तो बिहेवियरल साइंस का एक बहुत बड़ा उदाहरण था। मेरा पेन गिर गया नीचे, इतना मुश्किल था झुकना, जगह नहीं थी, मंत्री जी ने झुक के मेरा पेन उठाया। देखिए कि छोटी सी बात पर तो जो इन्होंने लेक्चर दिया तो वो काफी है। तो मैं आप लोगों से कहूंगा, जो जिंदगी में अचीव करना है ट्राई करके देख लो ना, ट्राई करके देख लो जो अचीव करना है। और जिसने विदेश जाना हो 6 हफ्ते को, 2 महीने को, तो हमारे यहाँ सारे प्रोग्राम हैं। और ना भी वो करने हो तो अमोल जी के पास जो आया सबको विदेश भेजा, एक से बड़ी इनमें खासियत है। तो उसमें भेजना पड़ा, क्या एप्लीकेशन दे, क्या तजर्बा दे। तो जिसको इनके पास आया तो इनका नंबर ले लेना शफारी जी से। जो जिसने अचीव करना हो, मेरे एग्जाम्पल है ना, मैं पढ़ के तो नहीं कह रहा, मैं शुरू से जब मैंने एमएससी करी तो मैंने जर्मनी जाऊंगा और सबसे बड़ा एंटरप्रेन्योर बनूंगा। लोग हंसते थे, मेरे सब कुलीग छोड़ जाते थे, तो पागल है, डे ड्रीमर है। अब हम कहते नौकरी दे दो मुझे, मैं नहीं दूंगा। यू हैड नो फेथ इन यू। तो माय डियर ऑल प्रेजेंट हियर, आज ये टेक होम लेके जाओ कि जो बनना है लिख लो, और किसी लगे नहीं बन पा रहे मेरे पास आना, क्योंकि मैं तो लोगों का कैरियर बनाने का स्पेशलिस्ट। ऐसे जर्मनी में भी हमेशा फर्स्ट आता था। तो वहाँ का सिस्टम हो रहा है, वहाँ फर्स्ट आने का तरीके जो है ना, यहाँ के तरह की रटते रटके एग्जाम दो, अकलमंदी देना पड़ता है। तो आप जो आए हो इसका ये फायदा लो कि जरूरी नहीं है कि मैं बता रहा हूँ वाइस चांसलर पूरा मान जाएगी, पास होते रहो, कोई सीजीपीए वगैरह कोई वैल्यू नहीं है। वैल्यू है आपके बिहेवियरल साइंस की। दूसरा है भाग में एच, हार्ड वर्क। बिहेवियरल साइंस हार्ड वर्क। एच के बाद है ए, एम्बिशन। एम्बिशन, मैं जब योगी से मिलता हूँ तो मैं कहता हूँ सर मैं कंट्रीब्यूट करूंगा यूपी को वर्ल्ड ग्लोबल हब बनाने का। तो मैं उनकी आंखों में देखता हूँ, विश्वास करते हैं, वो विश्वास करते हैं, क्योंकि जो मैंने कहा करके दिखाया तो विश्वास करते हैं। और दूसरा योगी जी की देखिए ब्रिलियंस, इस वक्त जो क्रूशियल जगह पे है, इलेक्शन आ रहा है, गवर्नमेंट तो सेंटर में, तो उन्होंने हमारे मंत्री जी को, उपाध्याय जी को एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर बनाया, हायर एजुकेशन का। इट इज सच ए क्रूशियल लूज और विन, ऐसी पोजीशन है, लूज और विन। तो मंत्री जी हम आपके आभारी हैं कि आप सबकी बागडोर संभाल रहे हो। योगी जी हैं हमारे, हमारे मोदी जी हैं। मैं रोज सवेरे संध्या के बाद 5 गायत्री बोल के, नाम या सारणी बताऊंगा, प्रार्थना करता हूँ कि भगवान इन पे कृपा रखना 3 बार। फिर मैं कहता हूँ हे परमात्मा इनका ख्याल रखना। फिर मैं 3 लाख में इनको सद्बुद्धि दीजिए। तो मैंने कह दिया BHAA बोल दिया ना। जी कौन बताएगा? एबीटी वालों को बताओगा जी। व्हाट इज जी? बिहेवियरल साइंस, हार्ड वर्क, एटीट्यूड, एम्बिशन एंड जी बता दो जो। गॉड, देखो ये बात है। अगर आप सच्चे दिल से भगवान से प्रार्थना करो, वो सुनता है सच्चे दिल से, भगत बन के। अब कल जो आप लोगों ने वहां डाला है, लोग आए जा रहे थे, वो हमारे लड्डू के 10 किलो आए, फिर 10 किलो आए, आते ही जा रहे थे। तो ये जो है ना, ये जो अब मैंने देखा, मैं वेरी मोटिवेटेड कि आप लोगों में इतना प्रभु पे विश्वास है। कोई यूनिवर्सिटी, कोई कोर्स, कोई कुछ नहीं, अगर भगवान विश्वास है तो वो आपकी हेल्प करेगा। और आप यहाँ आयो, आप, मेरी जिम्मेदारी है कि आप जो चाहो करो। और अमोल जी 30 सेकंड आप बोल दो, और 30 सेकंड 30 सेकंड।
If I want to thank you, I think you have captured all, and we are so motivated to see Honorable Minister, and fantastic, and good luck, and thank you so much.
Thank you for the uplifting words, sir.
Everybody, please settle down.
As we move forward,
thank you, Founder.
At the end of this event, I would request the faculty co-conveners.
One second. Thank you, Founder. I would just like to thank all the delegates sitting here. I would especially like to thank Minister Sir sitting here. It has been a great learning experience, and we look forward to continuation of the program. Thank you.
It is with utmost pride that I extend my heartfelt congratulations.
एक बार गायत्री जा बोलूंगा, जो बोलना चाहे बोले मन में, और मैं बताऊं मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूं, मेरे भगवान सुनता है। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। हमारे मंत्री जी के साथ इनकी श्रीमती भी आई थी, होटल में फिसल गई, हाथ में एक छोटा सा फ्रैक्चर हुआ है, हेयर लाइन फ्रैक्चर। तो ये प्रार्थना उनके लिए कि भगवान उनको बिना दर्द के जल्दी ठीक कर देना। आप देखना इसका असर पड़ेगा। दिल से प्रार्थना करो, भगवान सुनता है, सुनता है, सुनता है, हेल्प करता है। थैंक यू।
It is with utmost pride that I extend my heartfelt congratulations to our faculty co-convener, Professor Dr. Neeru Sharan ma'am, for the release of her book on this auspicious occasion. I would now like to request our dignitaries to kindly release ma'am's book, Political Science, Origin and Analysis.
I would also request our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to unveil the symbol of this unforgettable event, the official souvenir of Verbum Bellum 3.0.
Request author to share. I would request Dr. Neeru Sharan to share the objective of his book. So congratulations to Dr. Neeru Sharan.
Thank you, ma'am. It was my dream project, as I've been teaching political science so many years. So I wanted to give my students a book, a textbook where I could mention, I could share my views, give them updated ideas on political thoughts, political views of our great political thinkers. Thank you.
जैसा कि मैंने कहा, मेरे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन लोग हैं, जिसको जो हेल्प चाहिए, घर भिजवाना हो तो कार लगवा देंगे, वैन लगवा देंगे, और खाना खाना हो तो सब इनवाइटेड है यहाँ रेस्टोरेंट में। जो खाना खा के जाना हो, ऑल आर माय गेस्ट, प्लीज टेक, feel comfortable. This is your family, this is your university, this is
I
your
now request our dignitaries, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla ma'am, our chairman, sir, to felicitate our guests with the mementos as a token of respect.
These are the books from our side, sir. I edited books, sir. Yeah, the books.
Yes. Honorable Professor Shanti Shri Dhulupudi Pandit Ma'am, Vice Chancellor, JNU. Shri Gopal Krishna Agarwal, sir. Our founder president, sir, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, sir.
सर ये लिस्ट नोएडा का तरफ से आपसे आशीर्वाद के लिए ये लोग सारी फैकल्टी मिलकर सब दिखाए शिवाली लड़का है सर वो भी
Dr. Deepak Gusain, sir. Shri Gopal Krishna Agarwal, sir. Everybody, please be seated. We cannot leave the room right now. Everyone, please be seated and maintain the decorum. Yes.
Now I would like to invite Professor Dr. Aditya Tomar, sir, Additional Head of Institution and Joint Director, Amity Law School, Noida, to come and deliver vote of thanks.
My dear students, please have patience. I am greatly honored and equally delighted and privileged to formally propose the vote of thanks to all the esteemed guests on the dais, off the dais, Honorable Founder, sir, and all the students. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Leave the hall after the guests. Thank you.
Everybody, please stand up for the national anthem.
जन गण